All right. Quiet on set. Quiet on set.
Unique New York. Unique New York.
The arsonist was denied a bank loan. China. All right. We fucking ready, boys? Episode number...
Are you ready, kids?
Something. I don't know.
18,
18?
right?
18?
We're just going to stop saying that what episode it is at
Yeah.
the
Fuck
beginning of the podcast now.
Fuck it.
And we still didn't come up with our intro. Shit, are we recording? I was going to say we still didn't come up
We're
with
going to do our intro right now.
Yeah. What?
His name's Zach, and he's got the facts, and my name's Tony, and fuck you and your feelings.
Bingo.
Bingo, bongo. Last time you saw us, we were a little...
We were in Vegas. Tony was shirtless.
I
jerked off a pig. Wait, fuck. I wasn't supposed to say that.
I actually didn't know that was going to, I don't even remember that being filmed.
I don't even think Tony knows we were in Vegas.
But I did direct the whole episode, but enough about Vegas.
We got a special guest on today.
Come on, give him the intro.
Who would that guest be? That would
Give him
be
the
Christopher O'Nizzle.
I was excited because I seen you guys doing the podcast, and I love all the episodes, and I felt like I had something that would be interesting for viewers, and you know, especially given kind of the way you have gone in your life with I don't want to say you're like a success freak, but you know, like that's shit that you keep around you, and I kind of had one of those like aha moments where, you know, I've been doing focusing on like law of attraction, law of assumption work for a while. Just one day, it was a nice day out. I went to the Arlington football fields. And for those who don't know, I used to be a kicker and a punter.
Okay.
I was number 2 rated in JUCO, which is junior college, when I kicked in college. And comparable to Division I stats, I was like the 4th ranked punter. So like,
wow.
I was decent, you know, for what I did. Zach knows that I was never like a punter at heart. I wasn't this kid going to camps and stuff. More of an athlete and a football player. But went to the field. I'm about 20 pounds bigger than I was in college, and I was kicking balls that were just NFL punts. And I was like, it was like my aha moment. I was like, holy shit, my talent is there, you know, and figure out how to make that dream come true. Now I was like, you know, I wasn't even thinking about that. But because of my law of attraction and assumption background, this is literally what I did. I walk onto the field, and I'll explain like how this shit all worked for me. But you know the maroon field at Arlington. There's nothing but trees and bare land around it. There's no stadium. There's no bleachers. And in my mind, I envisioned an NFL stadium, which I had been to, gone to multiple games. And I mean, like, truly felt it. Bullshitted, put my headphones in, pretending I was running out the tunnel, and that there was 80,000 fans around me. Now, within a week of that, which was my first time touching a football in 4.5 years, I get a call from my buddy with an opportunity to go play for an Arena League football team in Mississippi.
Wow.
And we could get into more. I want to let you kind of set some stuff up. But long story short, the opportunity is not completely shut. Strained my MCL in training and stuff. And so that opportunity is, I don't want to say it's shut, but it's kind of on hold.
Right.
So it was a big emotional swing for me. Yep. But if you don't, to go from, I did music, I did personal training, to go from not touching a football in 4.5 years to the day I get back on the field, and then within a week and a half, I get an opportunity like that. I didn't reach out to anybody, do anything like that. It was my aha moment where I'm like, okay, like I got this like manifesting shit down. Like
this shit
I know
is
what
so
I'm
real.
doing.
It's so real.
Yeah, it's
real.
real.
Look at the board you're sitting in front of.
Yeah,
absolutely.
His board.
And I'm gonna explain why it's gonna work for Zach. And I'll explain a bunch of shit. But I'll let you guys set it up and ask me stuff, or I could bring something up, however you want to go about it. Your
the
podcast.
Skinny legs, bro, they got back to you. Them skinny calves, they were good for kicking, but then when he went to plant, toward a little old meniscus guy in there, that's fucked. You know what's funny is, or it's not funny, but you know what's crazy is one of my old best friends in high school, the same shit, Alex Meyer.
Mm-hmm.
He got drafted to Rhode Island, D1 college, and then a week later fucking destroyed his other ankle and then lost his whole scholarship.
So
I'm bad luck, bro. Don't come around me if you're a kicker.
No. I'll pray this
leg injuries.
This guy comes around me, loses his leg next
The whole
week.
shit's gone.
Yeah, right. Bad topic to discuss on this one, but
nah, dude.
Which one's your meniscus?
One of the ones I think behind your knee. Wait, what did you tear though? You didn't tear.
I didn't tear it. I strained my MCL. So that's the ligament on the inside part of your knee from kicking. So I can bend it. I can like walk completely fine now. For a week I couldn't, but it's more like the torque, so if there's pressure turning my leg, I can't, like the strain on my knee is like too much right now. I can't really do it, but healthy, I'm not like down for the count, but.
Right. You look fine.
So your point of that story, go ahead. Were you about to ask?
Manifestation. That's what I want to touch on.
Yes,
I think that was a
story
big
was basically
point.
that.
Yeah, visualizing shit.
Yes.
Yo, we have been doing this big time. I know you've worked with Q29 Studios.
Absolutely.
Look at how fucking far this guy has come.
Oh, it's unbelievable how far. Not even just him. I mean, Zach. And if I could preface, like, I'll just tell a quick story about Zach, and I'll explain all the shit that I have to offer to you guys because I want to provide value to your podcast as well. Me and Zach, perfect little setup, 420 today. Back in the day, not sure what we're doing now, but we used to smoke a lot. And me and Zach were at our friend's house back then. And I remember vividly, Zach was at the table, I was at the table, and he said he was going to be a millionaire. And here we are, I would say 4 or 5 years later, and I'd say you're definitely on track to...
He's doing $1 million this year.
100%.
So let's go.
So if you would, you probably didn't even think about that conversation. You probably don't even remember that day.
Yeah,
but I remember that day,
right?
And it was vivid, and look what's happened now, and that's just proof. But I think what's wrong in the world with manifesting, and a lot of people say the law of attraction. I think what's wrong with it is they don't know how to do it, and then they kind of just, not like a fad, but they grab onto what's present, and I think that's like a problem with how people try to use it, because they'll see something that's popping or something on Instagram. Oh, I see this, or a TikTok on how to manifest, and they they just dive headfirst into that without really knowing what to do or how to do it.
Right.
And then they never get results, and then, it's bullshit, it's fake. And when I tell you from the bottom of my heart, like, I know some serious shit on like how this has changed my life. And now that I know how to do it, and I'm not LeBron is a master at basketball, but he could still get better. There's still things he can improve on. Mm-hmm. So that's like,
stop bitching all the time.
Yeah, and make the playoffs. That's Anthony Davis's fault. But conversation for another day.
Yeah.
But no, I guess I could start off with kind of describing to you guys. We could do that exercise on just proving that there's like, however you want to call it, whether you want to call it God, magic, power, whatever the hell you want to call that energy, I could prove to you that it's real, and you don't even have to close your eyes or anything. Go. But if you want to close your eyes, you can.
No, let's do this.
But, so, would you like to close your eyes, Tony?
I'll fucking close my eyes.
All right, close your eyes. We'll do it with Tony. All right.
I'll do it too.
Hold out your hand, like you're just like cupping something. Just hold up your right hand. Turn it upside down. All right. Now, think about a baseball. You ever throw a baseball?
Yep.
You ever throw a baseball after it's been used for 2 months, 3 months, and it starts to get that brownish color and little bits of that, I don't know if it's leather or what, kind of starts to nick up.
Yep.
And then you get the red laces. You could feel them. Mm-hmm. Now, don't move your hand, but feel that baseball, right? You could feel the baseball in your head. You could feel it in your hand, though it's not there, and you're not moving your hand.
Yep.
All right, now feel a rose. And you could feel how it's delicate, it's soft, it kind of almost has like a velvet. And you could feel it. Like, I want you to genuinely try to feel it. You're not moving your hand. It's not in your hand. But in your head, you can feel the difference between the rose and the baseball, no?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you guys could open your eyes. And then a little question to ask you that kind of puts this into play. You can smell peanut butter without peanut butter being in front of you, right? If I told you right now, smell peanut butter, your senses won't smell it, but you can smell peanut butter.
Right.
So explain to me how you can feel a baseball, how you can feel a rose if it's not in your hand.
Because you're tricking the synopsises.
There is a real world inside that you can't see with the human senses, the 5 senses. But you could feel, like if you try, you can feel a baseball.
Yeah.
And it's not here. And then you can just click it to a rose, and you can feel the rose.
Right.
So I like showing people that because that proves that there is something like inside you that you can't see. And then that is basically what I like. That's like the manifesting power. Like that is what it is. And the quick little story that I did with my friend, because the easiest way I would say for anybody to get into manifesting, like if they're new, do it for someone else because there's no resistance. The biggest thing about why people can't manifest is they don't believe that they can. Themselves. So, however, we are good friends, but I have no interconnection with your life. I can't make decisions for you. I can't do that stuff for you. Yep. But I can manifest something for you because I have no resistance for you. So let's say like one, and I have resistance in things. Yeah. I have resistance with some relationships. Now, if I could manifest that, now it wouldn't make sense for me to ask Zach to do it. But if Zach was a friend and saw me from afar, or let's say I was jobless, Zach can see me gainfully or employed, and there will be no resistance there because you're not feeling the pressure, the fear, the whatever you feel in a situation. If you're jobless, you're going to feel a little bit of pressure. You're going to feel fear. You're going to feel anxiety. You don't feel that in terms of the relationship with me. So you can now manifest something for me. Now, I know that seems crazy because it's like, oh, you could have control over someone else's life. And you can. Now, I'm not going to tell people to do anything for the bad or anything like that, but you absolutely can change somebody's life. Now, I would say morally, don't do that, in a bad way. But the main thing about manifesting that I think people get wrong, and it's kind of in the mainstream media with the law of attraction, is have you ever heard the quote, thoughts turn to things?
Of course.
Yeah.
It's complete bullshit. Not in the sense that it's not good intention, but it's bullshit. Thoughts.
I'm going to disagree with you on that.
But hear me out for 2 seconds, and I think I could catch you on. You ready?
Yeah.
Thoughts don't turn to things. Feelings turn to things.
Okay.
Now you can use thoughts to bring out those feelings. However, if I woke up every day and I just thought about the NFL, is anything going to happen? If I just thought NFL, yep, NFL, I'm going to the grocery store, NFL. No. But if I drove to the grocery store feeling like I was an NFL player,
right?
If I went to that field at Arlington and I felt the feelings of the stadium around me. Now, have you ever bullshitted? I know you have. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk to people off the camera. Yeah, but anybody in music has always, once in their life, envisioned, whether it's intentional or bullshitting, in their room at night. You have played music, whether it's your own, somebody else's, and you have envisioned you're playing at Coachella. And do you not feel something when that happens? Do you not feel excited? That is him manifesting.
Real quick, me and Zach were listening to one of your albums yesterday, and you were talking about being in a bus in Vegas.
Oh, yeah. That's what I said.
And that album is from 2 years ago.
I said, hey, he actually said the truth now.
In Vegas. Mm-hmm. We've been on this manifesting train, bro. It's
Listen,
real.
No,
and you're right, though. I just want to agree with your point. It's the feeling.
It's the feeling.
Because you can say, oh, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. But if you don't feel it and put the energy out.
That's why a technique I'm sure you've heard people use affirmations. That is the complete wish-wash if you're not feeling it. Right. You can say, I am rich, I'm wealthy, I'm successful, I'm free, whatever you want to say. An affirmation doesn't mean shit if you're not feeling it. An affirmation
is a lie to yourself.
Exactly. And eventually a lie that you keep telling yourself will turn to a belief, but it can't be this, I'm going to read a textbook on how to manifest, and I'm going to say attractions, and I'm going to meditate, and I'm going to do this. But if there's no feeling behind that, you're never going to get there. Right. And that's why people get the law of attraction confused with that's how they manifest. The law of attraction isn't the biggest key I would tell anybody learning how to manifest is don't get too deep into the law of attraction. The law of attraction is the law of gravity. It's going to work either way, right? There's whether it's bad or good, it's working all the time. You don't consciously move the meter of the law of attraction, but you use the law of assumption to move that meter. That's how you manifest. And then the law of attraction is bringing it to you, but you don't need to learn about it because it's automatically happening.
So explain your definition of the law of attraction versus
so my definition of it would simply be like attracts like. And to just get to describe that a little bit more, frequencies align. Just like the radio.
There you go. Okay.
Right? So when you're on the radio, you can't listen to K104 if you have 96.1 on your station, right? So you can't be rich if you're not feeling rich.
So then essentially manifesting is putting out a frequency.
Correct.
Okay.
And the law,
that's a really good way to put it.
So let's say you match up to the frequency of being wealthy, right?
Yeah.
The law of attraction will now bring shit into your life that confirms it. Right. But you're not doing the law of attraction. What did you do? You
put out the radio wave.
Exactly.
You
turned it into that frequency, and you assumed you were on that frequency. So the law of assumption is what people should learn about. The law of attraction is going to work no matter what. You don't have to learn how to use that.
Right.
The law of assumption is what you would want to study, to learn.
It's like saying learning as simple as learning how to use the radio. You set the stations, but you don't fucking sit out with the antenna.
But you're not the one bringing that to you. Exactly. You're not the one getting the music from that station.
This guy a fliggity flapjack stack, bro. What are you doing sitting here?
I'm listening.
I do feel like attraction, attraction to people is also magnetic and normally mutual. Do you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? Yeah.
Absolutely.
If you feel an attraction to someone, typically it's
reciprocated.
It's reciprocated because this is I'm glad you brought that up. Everything you want wants you.
Ooh.
Everything you want wants
That's a
you.
good line. That's a really good line.
And the only problem is people just the biggest hiccup, bump in the road, whatever you want to call it, the biggest reason why people can't manifest is they don't believe it. They believe it's bullshit. They believe it's hoo-ha. It's this, it's that, and that's why people just can't get over that hump because, and there's a quote in the Bible, which I want to get into religion, and I'm not speaking as a Christian. I'm speaking where it says, commit suicide to the old man. And that means you can literally you can change your life at any point in time. You can move to South Carolina tomorrow and go fucking work in a flower shop.
Yep.
Right? Like you could do whatever you want anytime. Or you could do it
in a different way. And if you'll let me interject real quick, because this is how my life, this is what happened to me. And I've probably talked about it before on the pod, but after my fucking accident, I just became so grateful and I had such a good feeling about life and the people around me. And ever since then, my life has been getting exponentially better.
Let me ask you something. How are you feeling?
Oh, better and better and better. It's growing exponentially. I just learned to appreciate.
Give me three feelings you were like. What were you feeling? Probably gratitude.
After
once you kind of settled.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure
so
it was pretty
grateful for the people
first,
I have in my life and what I'm surrounded with. I felt like I had an abundance of everything I needed because. You just realize like, man, I'm so fucking grateful. Like I was laid up for mad long, but I was able to support myself. Like, damn, I was lucky I had that abundance in my life.
And then the thing is, but you felt it.
Yeah. Oh,
you felt gratitude.
I was emotional.
And then
thanks to the fucking drugs the doctor was giving me. But, jeez.
And then the law of attraction brought more of that.
Way
shit
more.
To your
my
life.
life has been going off lately.
Exactly, and that's what happens. But that's the problem with people is they don't understand that you have to feel what you want. And that feeling precedes results. And it's not the other way around.
Right.
If you wait to have $1 million in your bank before you're going to be happy, you're never going to be happy. You need to chase the feeling before the result, and the feelings precede the results.
It's just like motivation. People think you need to be motivated to take the action. No, you take the action and then you become motivated.
Correct.
Good quote about that. Don't be motivated, be inspired. Be pulled towards something, not pushed. Because when you're being pushed towards something, you can just stop and let the thing keep pushing you.
Well,
but when you're inspired,
bullshit on the planet.
Like,
I won't say it's bullshit.
When Gio plays the video, like Gio plays videos about all kinds of shit on video.
That shit gets me going though,
bro. But if you need something to get you going, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing because you ain't going.
That's true.
Like it's fucking. I hate that stuff.
Yeah, but it adds to the feeling. I love it.
Can I go off that actually? It's kind of a little unrelated, but. You said, if you need motivation to do what you do, you're not doing the right thing.
Absolutely.
It's the same thing where you can't this is a little bit off the law of assumption, law of attraction, but it goes with how I kind of live my life. It's, have you ever heard the term Wu Wei?
No.
It's like basically doing nothing, going with the flow. Now that doesn't mean just sit on your fucking couch and literally do nothing, but don't resist anything. Right. Just let it come to you, and then you could change, the way that you perceive things. And that's all it is perception. Like, that's literally all it is.
It's called Wu Wei?
Wu Wei.
My Italian uncle used to say that. You go, Wu Wei, get the fuck out of here.
Same things with I know you had the 80-20 rule. Like, 20% of your effort leads to 80% of your results. The law of least effort. It's all about going with stuff and not resisting against anything.
Right.
And it's like... I'm like getting lost because there's like so much to talk about here, but
I'm interested in how you feel about necessarily kind of like what Chris is saying and like how much of it do you think that like people use as an excuse sometimes, and how much of it is just it comes down to hustle and motivation.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I've been waiting to say that. There's been so many thoughts that I wanted to say, but you were going off, so I wasn't going to interject. Listen, I agree that like I think we're all interconnected. Like the best way it was ever explained to me is that life, all materials and all life forms are a pond, And if I drop the rock into that pond, it ripples to all other effects of life.
Yeah.
So like you are all intertwined in a way. Not
That's
that we're
quantum
connected,
physics.
but yes. You're basically, it's a pond of people, and you drop a new rock in, and it does affect all the other frequencies in the pond and all the other, it creates a ripple effect throughout the pond. But then to a degree, I just feel like this is like, I think the intention of everything you're saying is correct. I agree with it all, but I think people think of this in such a way that like, they think they have to do this law of attraction to get what they want, when in reality, when I first started doing this, all I was about was law of attraction. Like I was going to show a picture before, and maybe we could put it on YouTube, but it's like me writing down all these things, and I had all these things on my wall, and like my whole fucking room was filled with shit. And it was like, make $274 a day, because that's $100,000 a year, and be the thoughts you want to be, and emotions are thing. Like I had all this shit written down, and now the more successful I get, it's like, dude, wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and go to work. Like now,
why, though?
I don't think about it at all.
Do you know why?
Because it's just embedded in me, maybe.
But it's the law of least effort. You don't have to think about doing it anymore. You're automatically at that frequency.
Definitely.
And that's why I started to say at the beginning, you could probably pull it back on YouTube.
Yep.
Techniques they're not bullshit. Techniques are not what works.
Yeah.
This is not what's working.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
The vision board is not working.
Correct.
But it's working for you.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Somewhat.
Somebody can make the same exact shit, and it's not
they have
going to work.
no emotion to it. Is what
Right.
you're saying.
Exactly.
They have no
But do
feeling
you
towards
come
it.
into your office every day and stare at each single picture and envision
Never.
yourself in the... No, you don't
Never.
have to, because you're already at that frequency where you now have it on your wall. You don't think about
Maybe
it.
just my ignorance of people, like of just saying that people should be where I'm at or should have the thought process I have when they don't.
I don't think it's
I think
ignorance.
it's built into you at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
you do
that's
it. We
the
talk
problem.
about shit we manifest all the time.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. I guess it is just where I am, because I think like when people think, oh, I'm going to go manifest this and I'm going to go think about this, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up and just go do it.
Yeah.
Like, stop telling me you're thinking about it.
That's how you do it.
That's
just-
Wu Wei. Don't try, do.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If you wanted to
fucking love Wu
meditate,
Wei,
right?
bro.
If you wanted to meditate to get yourself, however you choose to meditate in terms of like what you're doing it for.
Yeah.
If you just say, dude, I read in a law of attraction book that you got to meditate to manifest shit. I'm going to go meditate. Dude, you're not going to accomplish shit.
Yeah.
Like you're not. You don't want to try and do anything. You don't try to get sales.
Right, you just
Neither
do it.
do you. You just go do it.
There is no.
Well, yeah, we say all the time, like, listen, you don't go out and try to sell anybody's soul. You just go out, have fun, and try to make a friend, and then all of a sudden, there comes a paycheck.
And but that's why I tried to tell you, like, I like how not that you were combative, but that you were kind of like, it almost kind of irks you that people use it as an excuse.
Yeah.
But that's why I say I hate the fucking mainstream law of attraction, coaches, books.
Yeah.
It's all, and that's what.
Well, that's just a product that they're selling.
And I'll tie that into religion. Why do you think every religion is under the same umbrella?
Yeah.
Why do you think it all is very similar with just slight differences? I'm not trying to get too controversial here and start like a fucking riot on YouTube, Twitter, anything. But but all that stuff is for money. And I'm not trying to take beliefs away from anybody. I'm not trying to say that you're wrong to believe in this, believe in that. But God is not this like external like thing.
But you know what I think all religion is just something for people to have faith in, to believe in, so that they can act the way that...
It takes you away from like who you really are. And that's why you can wake up in the morning, you don't have to do shit, and your life is flowing. Because you don't need to, like, the biggest like myth is that like the law of attraction, law of assumption, is the law of gravity spiritual?
No.
So why is the law of attraction spiritual? Why is the law of assumption? Why do people make it like,
Because it's
dude, you have to
misunderstood.
listen to bells
Because
dinging
it's
and meditate in
misunderstood.
a Himalayan salt cave?
Because there's no explanation. There's no scientific explanation for it, like life, and that's why there's religion.
Yes.
I think, to some degree, because we can't explain it. So what do
and
we
it
do?
gives something
We
people
die-
to hold on to.
Exactly.
It's a I don't know if it's physical, but like you said, it's just something that it's for the people.
It's an answer to a question we don't have an answer to.
And people keep striving, and they spend their whole lives trying to figure out how to abide by this book or this religion, these morals, and it's like you don't need to do that. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why to meditate, dude, I don't need to fucking put on Japanese chimes and shit and sit in a room completely dark. Dude, I can go out to my car and go meditate for 3-4 minutes, and I know what what I'm trying to manifest or what I'm trying to
visualize, like when you meditate, like that's kind of your thing.
Absolutely. So what you want to do when you're meditating, like when I do my, and this is, you know how people say, do it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And that book you showed me, I did read it, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself.
Joe Dispenza.
That shit, amazing book.
Yeah.
Well, I started reading it, man. It's talking about doing fucking hour-long meditations. I'm like, dude, you're out of your mind if you think I'm doing that, right? And so I told you that I had a small story about how crazy this shit is. This is even crazier than my whole like NFL story. Ready for this? I'm going to use a famous athlete who gets a lot of hate, a lot of love, different ways. Cam Newton, right?
It's your favorite guy on the planet.
It is, right? I had, you know football, so you know how crazy this story is going to be.
He's not a good quarterback?
We're not going to turn this into first take here, because I will rip him right now. But so it was week 3 of the NFL season this year. The Panthers were 3-0. Sam Darnold was having a great season. I'm a Panthers fan, so I fucking hate Sam Darnold. But I said, all right, we're rocking and rolling. I'm good. There was no need for me to say anything about the Panthers, this and that. Cam Newton was jobless. I'm fucking pissed about it, whatever. That's just the situation. Now, you understand how the Panthers released him, all the bullshit. I can, like, comfortably say, I'll fucking say it on the podcast, I brought Cam Newton back to the Panthers. Like,
Let's go.
But you ready? You ready for how I did this? I'm sitting outside my apartment with my roommate. And he was starting to get into the NFL this season. I have Sunday ticket, so he's starting to watch the games with me. He doesn't really know the stories, all this shit. So if you know any football, like if you're into the game, you would know there is no fucking shot Cam Newton was ever going to return to the Panthers. How they did him dirty. Everyone said he was terrible. All this shit. It was week 3. They weren't even thinking about him. It was breaking news when it had happened. And he didn't get signed until I believe week 8 or 9 or whatever it was. So I'm out back, having a little cigarette with my roommate. And I was like, dude, you don't know how good he was, this and that. I was in my little nostalgic feels. And I literally had a book by Neville Goddard called 5 Lessons. It was like the book that changed my life. And I was kind of just speaking, you know, when you're smoking, you say a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. I was telling my roommate about it. I said, dude, this shit is crazy. Like, I really know how to do this shit now. Like, that book was like my aha moment where, like, I knew how to do shit. And he's like, dude, shut the fuck up. Like, it's all like foo-foo. It's fake fairy tale shit. I said, okay. I said, right now, you and me are going to close our eyes. And I swear to God, he could vouch for me. We're out back. The Panthers didn't need a quarterback. They're 3-0. They're good. They're a good team at that time. I said, you and me let's fucking like visualize us on our couch, having our morning coffee, watching ESPN, seeing breaking news. Cam Newton signs to the Carolina Panthers. Panthers start doing bad. They lose a fuck ton of games. Sam Darnold's injured. Okay, what are we going to do? Who are we going to go to? Nobody, not a single ESPN analyst, not a single person on this planet would have ever thought that Cam Newton was going to be re-signed by the Carolina Panthers. There's no way. Like that, there's just no way. And then I'm at work. My buddy texts me. He goes, dude, did you just see the news? Sends me a screenshot of ESPN. Cam Newton in meetings with David Tepper and the Carolina Panthers talking about a possible reunion. 3 minutes later, boom, Cam Newton re-signs with the Panthers.
Fucking guy.
And the conversation I was having that with was the kid I visualized it with. And he literally said, I wish I could, like, it's my best friend. This was like 5 months ago. The text I'd have to scroll through are ridiculous. But, like, people listening that don't know the NFL, they don't know how, like, astronomically insane that is.
Yeah.
Like, right, to put it in perspective, like, LeBron going back to Cleveland, there's rumors. People are like, oh, it'd be a good reunion to end his career. Like, it's out in the world. There's people that think that. Nobody thought Cam Newton was ever going to play for the Panthers again.
Nobody thought he was even going to be in the NFL again.
Exactly. And I manifest, and you know what I did as soon as that news came in? I fucking bought a ticket right away. I drove 11 hours to Charlotte myself.
Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Yeah.
All right, so shouts out to Cam. You owe this man a check.
Yeah, and
he didn't do much. He's back out of the NFL now, isn't he?
Yeah, I guess I got to go to work again.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing, bro?
You better start manifesting him to be a good quarterback for once and all.
Secret agent over here.
Let's see, how's the Cowboys doing?
Secret agent. I'm not saying they're good, bro. They suck. They always suck. Actually, no. They're great until week 17, and then week 17 they're a joke of an NFL team.
It's all right.
Fucking tiny mite league.
It's a lot of effort to win those many games and just lose first round. You know, it's like you only made one more game than the Panthers.
I'm a Giants fan, so
yeah, they're trash. Too.
Got a couple more years before you could say anything about that.
Yeah, I mean they're fucking a joke. So, all right, well, you basically just said on podcast that you made Cam Newton go back to the Panthers.
100%. I could look the camera in the eye. I have absolutely no doubt about it.
Your next task, hold up. Your next task is going to be to put Cam Newton on our podcast. So let's all sit in silence.
Money moves.
And imagine that he's Cam Newton.
Yeah, we'll have Cam will call us and ask at some point.
He's a very controversial character.
Listen, I've been telling this guy I'm manifesting this pod. Mm-hmm. You know, when we first started out, I didn't even know what the fuck we were doing, why the fuck we were doing it. Mm-hmm. Now, bro, we about to blow up.
I gotta help you. I'm gonna help both of you out. Whoever you want on this podcast, I'm gonna get them there for you. But forgot to mention that when you're visualizing, and the reason why a lot of people it doesn't work, and it's like literally like the reason why it doesn't work, even if you are visualizing, you have to do it in first person. That's why when I asked you to touch the baseball, I said like don't move your hand, but feel it in your right. That's why I told you to move your right hand, because you could sit like this and just think about a baseball, and you could visualize a baseball.
Right.
But you want to visualize it in third person. So I don't want to, when I told you I went to Arlington and I visualized the stadium, I'm not visualizing the Panther Stadium as if I'm like a 3D camera just circling, I could see this, no, I'm feeling like my body walk on that field. I'm feeling like, and it's like bullshit. It's all in your mind, but it's like I can hear fans screaming. But it's all got to be first person.
I think that's the biggest thing you've said so far in this podcast, because I think everyone, when they think of visualization,
they think
of in third party, like, I want to be in the stadium, and they think of the stadium. Mm-hmm. I think that's the biggest thing you just said in this whole podcast.
It has to be first person.
No, not feel it. You have to be first person.
Like a little metaphor, and like it's a little trick. I wrote it on my mirror too. Don't watch the movie. Be the main actor.
Yeah, be the main.
Don't watch yourself become a millionaire. Be the millionaire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so on my mirror every day, it's written there, but when I brush my teeth in the morning, on my mirror in my bathroom, I have the words "Today I am ... and I fucking fill it in with whatever the fuck I want to fill it in with.
Let's go.
And that's the craziest shit. Do you have to check your bank account every day? Like, do you have to?
No, but I do.
Exactly. But, like, there's nothing that's like, oh, dude, I have to check my bank account for this. Like, so if you didn't check your bank account today, right?
Right.
What happens if for whatever reason all your bank accounts were liquidated, but you didn't know? You are now physically in the real world broke.
Yeah.
But do you feel that you're broke? No, because you don't fucking know.
Point.
Yeah, holy shit.
You don't know. So why can't you do it the other way? If you are physically in the real world broke, why can't you feel like you're rich? Why can't you?
It's a very good point. And like, let's say you own Bitcoin and you forgot to check on it for fucking 2 years, and you just acted like you were broke for 2 years straight, and then all of a sudden you check your account balance, and you're like, holy fuck, I have $4 million in my account, and then from that day you just say, hey, I'm rich now.
And it's like that's the craziest thing of why, like. And to be even deeper than just like manifesting, just be happy. Yeah. Like, dude, like stop focusing on that shit that's bringing you down. And you can see it because everyone in this room has had a breakup in their life. Like everyone's had a girlfriend, lost them, whatever. Yeah. Whether you did it, they did it, however it is, you can see the law of attraction, just manifesting, assumption, all that shit so clearly in your relationships because. Think about, I'll remove the girl situation from it. Just think about anybody today in your life right now that you kind of have problems with. Like, you don't really, I know your boss is a really cool guy, so it's a bad, term to use. But somebody that would be a typical person's boss, how everybody hates their boss, just somebody you don't click with. Mm-hmm. What conversations are you having in your head? Like, think back to when you had a job, whatever, you worked at a pizzeria when you were in high school, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure that boss was probably sort of a dick.
Yeah, almost beat the shit out of him.
Okay, right? Now, when you were on your way home, you were... Like, I know it sounds crazy, but everybody does this. You literally have conversations with people in your head.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Out loud.
Oh, fuck that person. Exactly. Now, those conversations are why those people act that way. Like that,
manifesting it because you're having the feelings.
Because you're feeling it exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I brought up like relationships with girls or guys, whatever. I don't know. But you know, when you're in a relationship, because they're your person, they're like the closest person in your life. When you say, "Ah, shit," like let's say they go to a bar and you're like, "I feel like they're cheating." They're probably cheating,
right?
Or they're going to cheat. But if you feel secure, if you feel...
Do you think it's not the other way around, though?
No, it's not the other way around.
They're cheating, that's why you feel it?
No, you feel it, and that's why they're cheating. Because think about it. I mean, I could be wrong, unless there's just some asshole people out there. Nobody cheats right away. Like, ain't nobody going to get in a relationship and fucking... Like, a real relationship. You know what I'm talking... Not some high school bullshit. Nobody's going to cheat within a week.
Right.
You know what I mean? They deteriorate. They slowly dwindle. That's why you have the honeymoon phase, and then it gets here, and then it gets here, because your feelings about them, your inner conversations with your partner start to change. And I noticed it because I had a very long relationship, a very long one. And because it didn't end like that, it allowed me, now that I'm past it and moved on from it, that I can see, oh shit, I was thinking those thoughts if she went here, or I was thinking that thoughts, she's not really feeling me anymore. She's not really, she's not, and then my words preceded, oh shit, the words preceded what happened. So it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And that's when, it ended. But that's like, you can see manifesting so well in relationships, so well. And people don't even understand. You say, dude, I feel sick today.
Right.
I feel like shit today. What if you just woke up and you said, I feel great?
I hate when people say, I'm tired, I feel tired. Drives me crazy.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
But how invested are you in those words? A lot. Like when you say, I feel like so-and-so, I feel like Johnny hates me. And then Johnny fucking hates you.
You know what it is, though? You know why I think if you take this deeper, you know why I think that people don't believe in this and don't do it? Or like, when someone says that, like, when people say I feel tired, they don't know the law of attraction, law of assumption. Like, they don't know that policy or that law. So that's why they're able to think it. But if they consciously were thinking, I can't say shit because the law of attraction is going to make me feel that way, then people wouldn't say it. Right. But I think it's the absence of people not understanding law of attraction, law of assumption.
Like my mom will say, like, I feel so, and she has no idea about this shit. You know what I mean?
But so as soon as you understand it, then
exactly.
you won't say
and
it
the
anymore.
reason, and a lot of people get into a bad place. Like they learn this shit, and they're like, dude, like I can't escape negative thoughts, or I can't escape bad shit happening in my life.
You're constantly thinking about negative thoughts.
And that's why I said you're having such good success, and from afar, we don't connect all the time, but you're still my friend at heart all the time. I can see like you're genuinely happy, like your life is glowing, like and you say, dude, I don't have to meditate in the morning. I just wake up, get my coffee, and go, because you're at a level where this is natural. It's not something you have to go fucking find and go. Like, this is, without getting too in depth, I mean, it's 420, so great topic to like talk about. Dude, this is like the purpose of life. Like, is to be happy and to create your life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how can, you are the same person. You are you, your DNA, head to toe, you are you. How could Zach could say, dude, you're a fantastic person. I feel like you're such a good guy. You're straight up. You never bullshit me. Nothing. But if I feel negative shit towards you and you treat me like shit, well, in my world, aren't you a piece of shit? Right. But in his world, aren't you a great guy? But you're the same fucking thing. Right. And it's so simple, but that's how shit works. Like, I'm not here to say, like, dude, I could fucking envision a dinosaur and I'm going to live in the ice ages while Zach's living in this modern world. Like, all right, like, come on.
Right.
But, like, no, like, you are living your own individualized life. And that's why I said you can manifest for something, and you're doing it all the time. Anybody that's bad in your life or is an asshole to you, you're doing that.
Right.
And it's like the same thing. I could use it with football coaches. Don't the better players tend to like the coaches more than the shitty ones? Because the coach is, like, it's how you perceive the coach. Oh, I know, if you're a good player, dude, coach is busting my ass, but, like, I know what it's for. I know I got to get my shit together. I gotta, do this for coach. But if you're a bad player, man, you don't give a shit about the guy, and you don't give a shit about playing, and the coach is being a hard ass. No, that coach is a fucking dick. I never want to talk to him again. Once I'm out of this season, I'm done. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
It's the same person, man. It's the same physical object, but in your world, he could be different than in my world.
They'll even ruin the sport too. Like if you have a bad high school coach, bro,
Absolutely.
you hate football.
Absolutely.
You start to hate football. And after football, you'll never love it.
Or
after high school.
But that's exactly it. And like, it's just easier to see with people. But what's the difference between saying like, I can think he's a dick and you could think he's good? What's the difference between thinking like, oh, money's easy to make and money's hard to make? It's the same fucking concept. It's just not a person now. It's money. And money ain't fucking real. Dude, money's not fucking real, like, at all. Like, the U.S. dollar is not backed by shit anymore. So it's like, dude, being rich is not fucking dollars in the bank account, dude. Like, it's not. I hate to say that, but, like, I have no shame. Zach makes a shit ton more money than I do. Dude, I'm not, like, depressed. I'm not jealous. Dude, it's my friend. I'm happy for you, like, you know what I mean? And I know, like, I could create whatever I want to create. Like, it's all up to, like, and that's why I say it's, like, the purpose of life. It's like, dude, see what you want. And if it's not it, fucking move on. That's why I said commit suicide to your old self. It's like, if you don't want to be this, like, jealous or depressed or broke or whatever, all right, literally bullshit. You want a good technique to use? Wake up in the morning, completely fucking pretend you're someone else. Literally pretend you're someone else. Why can I wake up tomorrow and pretend I'm fucking Tom Cruise, but I can't wake up tomorrow and pretend I'm the great version of Chris O'Neal? Why can't I do that? Yeah. People just don't, like, and that's why do you think for the average human being, like, I know this is, everyone here is, you know, we're all pretty happy. We have, like, decent lives. None of us are really hurting crazy. But, like, why do you think that people, like, fucking just don't get out of that cycle of shit? It's they like
focus on the shit.
Exactly.
They get stuck in the fucking cycle.
They focus on the bullshit.
I know
it's
a lot
like,
of people
it's
like
so
that.
You don't have to, like, all you got to do is click it in your mind, bro.
It's hard though.
Like, why can, as a kid, right? As a kid, everything's fucking beautiful, dude. Nothing's wrong as a kid. Right. Why do you think as an average human being, like, I'm not sure the numbers. I wish we could put them up. If you know, like, the average depression rate in, like, America, and, like, dude, if you asked, like, I guarantee if you found 10 people on the street and said, yo, are you, like, happy with your life? I'm scared to, like, know, like, the answer, man.
Yeah.
And it's because people, like, if you want to know the perfect human being, look at a fucking 4-year-old.
Chris, could you pull the mic closer to you? Chris, were you ever depressed?
Absolutely. I was actually hospitalized for my depression. And that's, you know, it's funny because I started my manifesting, you know, I don't want to say journey because it never started off at that. It's just, you know, you read a book and you and me are very similar. Like, dude, we didn't do shit in high school. And now my book library in my crib is ridiculous, man. Like, I got like 74 books, like crazy. And I was learning it and I knew it. And dude, life was amazing for me. Like, when I would say 18 to like 20, 21, those 2-3 years, fucking everything was flowing, bro. Money was pouring. My relationships were perfect. And then shit hit the fan for me. And I'll say now, that was my doing. I let my thoughts get out of control. But I had severe, like, bipolar manic depression and anxiety. Like, it was very, very bad. Sure. And I am like, but you know what's crazy? I'm saying that to answer your question, but nah, that's not me.
Yeah.
I'm not depressed.
Yeah.
And that's why people are like, oh, dude, like, you know, and I used to even have the thoughts, and you could say scientifically, oh, like, once you're depressed, you're always depressed, because depression's not sadness. It's a sickness. It's in your brain chemicals. Yeah. But I don't, like, I can beat fucking science. Science ain't shit, because I'm God. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you want to tell me I'm fucking depressed, go fuck yourself, because I'm not. I'm good. And I changed that. Doctors didn't. You want to know what's funny? You know when, like, my depression started to stop? When I got off the medications. Because the medication made me feel like I was depressed.
Yeah.
Because what am I doing in the morning? Oh, I'm taking depression medication.
Right. So you're telling yourself
you're
depressed.
Telling yourself
you're
depressed.
like, oh, I'm depressed. I need to take this medicine.
There's that famous Tom Cruise shit, man. You could look it up on YouTube about mental illness. And he said he didn't even care about science. Every single medication is bullshit because it's a Band-Aid. It's the same as caffeine. Caffeine does not make you energized. It blocks the receptors that make you feel tired. Yeah, it's the same shit as antidepressants. It does not make you happy. It blocks the shit that makes you depressed. Yeah. So I quit the meds. Bad decision. I got gyno from that because I fucking just quit cold turkey. But I literally threw out the bottle, and I've never gone back. And I'm...
like pathologizing. That's what you were just discussing. to pathologize things in your life and then trace back traumatic events and like to be obsessed with that cycle in your life can actually make things worse.
That was my whole thing on therapy. That was my whole take on therapy.
And I don't want to comment because I saw the comments on that. We're getting a little, but I completely agree with you on that,
dude. Yeah.
And like maybe I would like use like maybe slightly different words.
I said it terrible on Instagram.
But the thought,
I said it good on the podcast.
But the thought about that was all spot on, dude. Yeah. It's spot on. If you think you need therapy, you need therapy.
Correct.
And it's like, you know.
Well, listen, like, so, like, Bryce has a different person. We call him B-Mob.
Yep.
And I feel like that's just a way of his thoughts changing. Like, now I'm B-Mob. Now it's my rapper person.
Yes.
But, like, we could do that about anything in our lives. Now
exactly.
I'm Z-Dingy. Now I'm fucking the crazy kid.
R.I.P. to Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was... Bro, he wasn't Kobe Bryant on the court.
Yeah,
that was not Kobe
Mamba.
Bryant. That was a Black Mamba. That was he would and dude, I would say like that's why I'm blessed to be able to play the sports and at the levels I did as well, because you learn a lot of life shit through sports. And Kobe Bryant in specific, these beasts of athletes, they literally click. Like it's and there's stories about Kobe, and I'm not even a Kobe fan. Like God bless his soul, amazing player. I wasn't a Lakers fan, you know, like it wasn't any disrespect. He would like there are stories about players that be like, dude, you would talk to him in a game, it's like talking to a ghost.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear the story about how Kobe would listen to the Michael Myers theme song before every game because he didn't want to get hyped. He wanted to be fucking cold-blooded. He just wanted to, and that's the same thing as changing your life. He would just do it in his profession, but it's the same exact thing. You can wake up tomorrow, and it's a shame because it's so easy to say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow and I'm going to pretend to be Kobe Bryant. But you know what? When I have a son and I'm teaching him how to play basketball, I'm going to tell him, hey, watch LeBron. Well, obviously, at that time, LeBron won't be playing, but watch the LeBron of your time, watching the NBA. I'm going to say, play like him. If you had two players, right, two people, just a East Fishkill basketball court. Now, I'm not talking anything professional. You and you. Now, you play basketball, so it's different. But if I said, Zach, play like Michael Jordan today, and I didn't say anything to you, I guarantee, if you guys had identical basketball talent, I guarantee you'd do better. I guarantee, and think about that. If you were to like to pretend to like be Michael Jordan when you're going to play pickup, you'll probably do pretty fucking good. Because you're feeling it. And it's the same thing with when a player's in the zone.
That's why I always yell Kobe when I shoot for shit. I know.
So listen, though, the way to change your life to give some
concept. It's the number one thing.
Correct, but like to give some context to it and to give some actual real world application. The way to change your life is to not just think about it, but it's to do things specifically for yourself that make you feel emotions in certain ways. So like he played the Mike Myers theme song. Maybe you don't like the Mike Myers theme song, but you can play something else to get you in that mood. So it's really just you have to do the things that create the emotions you want to feel.
For you, though.
For you.
And
correct.
That's why people fuck up.
Correct.
Because they'll try
because
to
they listen to like what you use. I'm like, oh, let me listen to that song because that makes him feel good.
It's funny. I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. You want to know one of the easiest ways to get into like meditation? If you want to do meditation, bro, listen to your favorite music.
Right.
Because when people listen to this Himalayan shit and bro, their mind gets distracted.
Himalayan shit.
Like, it's like they're just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so anyway, I sprinkled pink salt on my fucking forehead, and then I went into the
literally. It's just too much for them.
Yeah.
If you want like a real like how to meditate, dude, just throw on fucking Meek Mill and just like don't sing along. Just like chill.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. And you know what's so fun? Dude, I could listen to a Meek Mill song. I could close my eyes, start meditating. Oh, now I'm listening to Meek Mill in Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, and I play for the Carolina Panthers.
Bro, when I play Dreams and Nightmares, I swear to God, it brings me to football. I feel like I get super pumped up. Yes, bro.
But that's
all
what
we used to play for
the
a football
emotion.
warm-up.
Exactly. But it's all about bringing that emotion to the forefront of your life. And then the number one thing, like after that, like it's not thoughts that create things, it's feeling. Feeling is like that, like you said for the podcast. If you want something practical to practice, I know it's practical to practice, but to actually, like to make something work, it's to start feeling what you want, not thinking about what you want.
Of it.
And that's like the number one thing, man, is it's not about thinking. And that's why, and all due respect, because that's what got me into like the shit, like The Secret and stuff like that.
Such a good fucking movie.
It's so good, but it puts people like, you have to like swing the right direction. People get into that like vortex gets like thrown back out, and they're like, "Fuck, what do I do now?" When it's like, dude, you're making way too big of a deal about it. It is so easy. Yeah. It's so
like a little guideline
easy
to follow.
And that's probably, and I'm happy. You know, I'm still young. Like I'm only 24.
I cannot read that. Oh, I have no idea what that was saying.
Holla back is what it looked like.
Oh, holla back. Holla back.
Yeah, I think that's fucking powerful. Like people really need to learn.
So can I leave you guys with like a little goal, and then leave you with like a 2-week goal?
Fuck
and one. All right. So week 1. All right. Well, you're going to bed tonight for 3 days, just 3 days. So like week 1's gonna be this. Week 2 is gonna be the same thing, but your choice. Week 1, nights 1, 2, and 3. Go to sleep. You know, don't like if you sleep on your side, go on your back. If you sleep on your back, go on your side. Like something that's a little bit more uncomfortable for you to fall asleep than like normal. Mm-hmm. And now, like when you're going to bed, so your eyes are going to be closed, completely relaxed, literally to the fullest extent, like smell, sight, feel. Like I told you, first person, feel yourself climbing a ladder. It's like Neville Goddard, who I like is my mentor, it's who I study. Like feel yourself climbing a ladder. For 3 days. Just go to bed.
Like literally climbing a ladder.
Yeah, just keep going. Put a number on it. It's got 20 prongs. Climb up 20, climb down 20. But don't fucking think about that. Feel your leg coming up. Feel your arm grabbing the wood. Make it metal. Make it wood. Whatever you want. Feel that shit for 3 nights. Just go to sleep like that. Don't do anything else. Don't meditate. Don't vision board. No nothing. Just 3 nights in a row. 1, 2, 3. Fall asleep in that feeling of climbing a ladder.
Got it.
By the end of, like, let's say you start on Monday as week 1. By Sunday night, so the 4 days that you're not even sleeping in that thought anymore, you will climb a ladder.
Really? You've done this?
Can you get my phone?
Hope I don't fall.
Please. Love you.
He can't even climb a ladder, this guy.
It's like, I climb anything.
Perfect. That's why I'm grabbing my phone. You're going to shit yourself. And then week 2, do it again, but choose what you want.
Too, then?
Do it again, but choose what you want.
Doesn't have to be a ladder. Choose what you want. Wants to be $10,000. And you ready? I know like $10,000 ain't shit to you anymore, but $10,000, right? Get a $100 bill, study it, smell it, feel how that paper feels.
I got 10 grand on my pillow.
And count 1,
Stays
2,
there all
3,
time.
4, 5, 6, 7, all the way up to $10,000. But count it in your head. You'll get it.
I'll never work again.
And you want to know the craziest thing about all this too is like this is something that's like scientific. It never ever has to take more than 3 days.
All right, we're going to test that.
All right, you ready for this?
We're going to take that short clip right there, and then we're going to do an Instagram story if it actually happens.
All right, this is what's called synchronization. And, next podcast, you tell me if you're on a ladder. So I did this just to kind of – I do this technique when, like, I feel like I'm just not, like, really, like, going. Like, my manifestations aren't really happening. So I did this technique. We just fucking put it aside. Did it for 3 days. My dad lives in Jersey. You don't see him too much anymore. We went to the Mall of America, which is right at MetLife Stadium. Went to an art museum. I didn't even know this till like 3 days ago. I went like 2 weeks ago.
That's fucking crazy.
It ain't a real ladder. It's a fucking art exhibit.
Yeah, you got to show. Or you're going to have to
send
it to him after.
That's a cheesy photo for me to show, bud. But
you
just fucking showed us.
Can you see it?
It's a ladder. It's just a ladder.
It's not a real one. It's an art illusion. But I'm like, I was thinking back this week because I did that like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, did I fucking climb a ladder?
I'm very interested in that.
Holy shit, bro! I was like, that's a fucking ladder. And that. This guy, man. But whatever you fall asleep into, man, like it's done. You do it, it's done. And that's why I said do it for 3 days, and the next 4. Don't even worry about it.
If anybody tries that, make sure you give us your story. We want to hear about it.
Go on this picture right here. That's a picture from 2018. Hold up, let me go back here so you can hear me. That's a picture from 2018. Me in my room. Sarah took a picture of it. Look at all the shit on the wall right there. $274 a day. Action eliminates anxiety. When the world wants to fight you and kick you down, you kick the world in the balls, not yourself. Everybody wants to die, but everybody wants to go to heaven, but nobody want to die. Command your mind, self-discipline. I had all these fucking things written down.
Bars.
That was...
Let me see. You also look like a fucking juvenile delinquent.
I look like a fucking psychopath killer. I don't know how Sarah was with me then.
Oh, my God.
I'm a handsome man now, but back then, I was fucking... Jesus Christ. But there you go. And look, there's a picture of Conor McGregor too right there. In the corner, you see his little face.
Oh shit, you made him famous.
Conor McGregor is the man when it comes to confidence.
Facts. And manifesting.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that was some powerful shit.
Think about
Rob Dyrdek's fucking sick too. I love Rob Dyrdek.
And have you heard of his podcast or seen it? Like,
yes.
No, he has it's called the Dyrdek Machine Instagram account. It's like more of the business shit. Literally says it, bro. Look it up right now.
He talks about it all the time.
And he literally says, feel it.
About how his TV shows and how they were created and how he did them and all that stuff.
Yep, and he felt, all the deals coming. I mean, if you listen to his story about, dude, they were going to shut ridiculousness down. Bro,
and then he got bit by a shark.
Manifested fucking, what was it? 310 episodes, which is dude, it was one of the 20 more seasons.
Yeah.
Bro, he has I forget the technical term. He has the most, it's something with production, in TV history.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Dude, that show is amazing. His shows were fucking amazing. I watched them
bro,
all the time. Ridiculousness is but Fantasy Factory and Robin Big, dude. Those were the best fucking TV shows ever.
Absolutely.
God bless Big, bro. That's the man
Shouts
right
out.
there.
But you'll start. It's cool because once you start to really practice this shit, you'll really see, and you don't have to say, oh, it's just successful people. Because dude, Bill Gates, does anyone have a fucking emotional attachment to Bill Gates? No. But I would say, not in a weird way, you probably have an emotional attachment to Rob Dyrdek. You liked Robin Big. You liked Fantasy Factory. Same shit with me. So when I see Rob Dyrdek say, dude, feel it and don't think it, I'm like, bro, I just read that in this book. That's dude, he is to the utmost success level.
Feel
fucking
it, don't
amazing
think
businessman.
People.
And it's you
feel it.
And then you get more excited because you're dude, I'm a fucking fan of that guy and he's doing it and look what he's done with his life. And then even Will Smith has brought, and then my favorite who talks about this shit is Jim Carrey. Bro, unreal some of the shit he says.
About that too.
Jim Carrey's the fucking
Some
man.
of the shit he says is unreal. And that's why, some key takeaways, man, don't make it spiritual because it's not. The world media did that. They connected these things, so it's all for money.
Yeah.
It's not spiritual, dude. You could go sit in your car. And people are wondering because they're dude, I can't block out time to meditate. I can't. Dude, you could be at work, go to the bathroom, fucking meditate. It's not a fucking spiritual thing, bro. Close your eyes. Do it for 3 minutes. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you though the time frame because I want to be practical so people can watch this and start to do shit. Your manifestation is done when you bring that feeling to yourself.
Yeah.
You don't set a timer. You don't have to play music. You do whatever you want. But I know I'm done. Manifestation's complete. I don't have to think about it anymore. For example, I'll be quick because I know we're running out of time. But I do it for my mom because my mom hasn't had the easiest life. So I try to manifest a lot of shit for my mom. I've brought myself to tears in my car. I typically meditate at night when I get home from work or some shit. It's just a nice, peaceful time for me. Just my head's clear. And I'll just think about my mom telling me some news. Oh, I'm finally retired. I'm happy. I'm this and that. And when I've either brought myself to tears or you get goosebumps, you're dude, I could sit and think about me playing in the Panther Stadium. Dude, I'll be done in a minute. I could get goosebumps from thinking about running out of the tunnel. Exactly.
Yeah, so you get
when
better.
you have the feeling that you're trying to manifest, or if you're trying to manifest 10,000, once you manifest goosebumps, holy shit, bro, I got this, or whatever it is. Once you feel it, boom, done. You're good.
Manifestation.
You're done.
Complete.
Yep.
So when do you start playing when are you going to play for the Panthers? What year are you thinking?
What year? Oof. I would say 2023 would be a cool year.
Let's go. You heard it here first.
Jordan year. But no, I got yeah, that would be because I said a year would be the tryouts. Almost a year from about a week ago would be the tryouts for teams. So that would be the 2023 season then.
So I'm probably a better quarterback than Cam Newton, so I'll come with you.
It's all right. I'll manifest your shoulder fucking popping out.
Yo, I'm just thinking because we had to paint my ceiling the other day, in the back room, because we had our fucking upstairs dishwasher leaked and leaked into our bottom one of our hallways, and so we had to cut it open, replace the plywood, blah blah blah. And I'm just thinking, I guarantee that fucking thing's gonna leak or something somehow, and I'm gonna have to get on the ladder to fix it. I already know what's gonna happen. I already know what's gonna happen.
Manifested the leak.
I know.
So it's gonna leak now.
I know.
So yeah,
we're gonna
you
see.
are.
I know.
I'm not gonna do a ladder. I'm doing something else.
Thought about it when you said the ladder.
I'm gonna be going to sleep shifting.
No, you got to do the ladder.
No, I'm driving a Lambo, bro.
He said the second week you do whatever you want.
Oh,
the first
so
week
start
you do
with the ladder.
The reason why you tell
we could have had
a
a fucking Lambo in Vegas.
The reason why I would tell people to do it, and it's like I didn't come up with that technique because it's so you have no limiting beliefs. Like, bro, you don't think any day, dude, there's no way I'm climbing a ladder. Right. But while I say that, funny shit to prove it, I'll be quick. Doing the ladder technique it's something that it's easy. It's not, you don't need to be fucking, it's not $10 million. It's not so, and it's what kicks belief in for people.
Right.
Now, the kicker, which I'll stop talking after this. When you guys do this, everywhere, in your fucking car, in your mirror where you brush your teeth, on your bed, on your phone background, for that week, I swear, I will not climb a ladder.
And
you're going to climb a ladder. I guarantee you. What's today? What's today? Wednesday? Yeah. If you start tonight, so if you did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, fell asleep in the thought of climbing a ladder, just go up and down until you fall asleep. I guarantee you by next Wednesday.
I got to take your number so I can text you.
Okay.
Well, we're going to find out. We're going to make this a short clip, and then if I climb a ladder, I'm having Bryce come over to wherever I am.
Do it. Prove me wrong.
I fucking love this talk,
do
bro.
what I said and prove me wrong. Don't bullshit. All right.
I swear to God.
Asleep, if you don't get the feeling of climbing a ladder, don't bullshit me and say, yo, I didn't climb a ladder. Do what I said.
That's right, because if it doesn't happen, I'm just not going to post anywhere so nobody knows that we're all lying.
I'm going to text you. I'll text you at night and remind you.
That's all right.
I'll put an alarm on my phone. I won't. That's why I'm going to put an alarm on my phone to remind you.
I'll be Gucci.
Because
I'm climbing ladders all day, all night. I'll be climbing ladders.
No. Say at night. During the day, you will not. Right all over, bro. Everywhere.
Wait, why do that part though? Just to prove that your brain is the feeling.
So to prove that it's true. Yeah. I'm telling you to do that because I have so much confidence you'll climb a ladder. Okay. Prove me fucking wrong.
So feel that you're gonna climb the ladder
for 3 nights.
Write down that you won't.
Yeah,
but you will.
All right, we're gonna do it, bro. It's fucking.
Do the technique.
Yes.
But fucking. There's no way. I'm not climbing a ladder. It ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen. No matter what you do, it's gonna happen. If you do the technique.
You two gotta do this too. You two are both gonna dream about ladders tonight, okay, fuckers?